Thank you, Playdum, for sending me that song. That was Holy Moses, who with the song "Panic" from from the '80s, apparently according to the music video. But let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kiara Strings. I'm a trans woman, and this is the early stream. I hope all of you are okay. I didn't know that I was going to stream. I thought I was going to stream at a certain time. That's why I was about 20 minutes late or so. What happened was I was just really into this deep dive of YouTube video essays by somebody called Amp Lemon, and it just kind of spiraled out of control. And like I ended up watching a couple of his videos, and that lasted about 2 hours or so. Yeah, I genuinely enjoy video essays, and it wasn't until I saw somebody who streams the same time as I do, someone called Enely Knight. She was streaming, and I ended up saying hi, and then I was watching another Emblem video about Jimmy Kimmel, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I was supposed to have streamed like 20 minutes ago, wasn't I? So no worry. Here's the thing. Here's like nobody's here. Very few people are here. Whenever I'm stream, like yesterday's stream was 5 hours long. Like that's just wacky. I mean, who is going to actually straight up go ahead and watch a Twitch streamer just talk for 5 hours? You know, who's actually going to do that? And some people do. Some people absolutely do. It's surprising to me, you know? I was genuinely surprised that I was supposed to go for 90 minutes, then it went to 5 hours. You can watch two Star Wars movies back to back. Like, it went from the early stream to the early stream. That's just wacky. But yeah, I went to bed dysphoric, and then I woke up eh, whenever whenever you straight up go ahead and go to bed, and then you wake up in the afternoon, and what ends up happening is, yeah, what ends up happening is that you just want to go back to bed because you feel so sluggish, but you have to go wake up because your boyfriend told you to. So yeah, it's quite insane. It's absolutely quite insane sometimes. But you know what? That's fine. You know, that's absolutely fine for me. Because we are in the home stretch of me streaming every day for a month. Oh my god. Oh god, I did the same thing last year. It's like almost gonna be officially a year since I did the same thing last year. Oh man. That is That is comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. That is tragic. That is absolutely tragic. But you know what? I'm okay with it to an extent, because nobody knows. Nobody knows about the downward spiral. um, but yeah, like it's absolutely engaging sometimes. But yeah, that's just me. But I was just watching. I was watching a lot of Emp Lemon videos, and it's kind of pessimistic. But he's pretty much slowly becoming some sort of realist, or that's what he thinks on his end. Because I watched a few videos like there will never be another show like SpongeBob or another cartoon like SpongeBob SquarePants, and also The Matrix debooted, The Thing Horror in Isolation, Have Video Games Been on a Downward Spiral, and Memes of the Month, June and July of 2018, which I kind of want to. I want him to like look at memes because I want to know what meme culture is like, except I don't. It's okay if you. Here's the thing. It's okay if you grow older and you don't know any references. Just don't say back in my day because, quite frankly, that is just not like things have changed. Everything has changed, but exactly stay the same. You know? I'm kind of tired of just people being like, back in my day, we never did that. And it's like, well, back in your day, other people say, back in my day, they never did that. And it's like, yeah, because everything is new. There are new things that are coming by, you know? Like, remember, uh, remember back when like T Pain was absolutely a big thing with his choice in autotune and using it as an art form, and then Usher came to him and said, "I can't believe you just ruined music." And to T Pain, that was absolutely heartbreaking. But don't worry, Billy Joe Armstrong at the at that festival just straight up said, I'm not effing Justin Bieber, or like, you get your effing Usher up here." And that seems like a very that seems like a very boomer thing, but he wouldn't have said that if he was not on drugs, you know? And I love Green Day. I absolutely love them. But they're getting towards dad rock. Well, they are dad rock now, but then again, everything is dad rock if you give it 15 years. You know? American Idiot is 20 20 years old. It's enough to be an adult. It's you're an adult now, and some 20-year-olds are fathers or whatever. Um but like, yeah, so American Idiot is 20 years old as of now. So it's like, yeah, that's fine. Because every single new music is eventually going to become dad rock. And the only way that just because it's dad rock doesn't mean it's bad rock, you know? Like, I've been collecting albums since I was a little kid. And I've been collecting albums that are older than me. Like, I've been collecting albums from the 70s and 8 and 90s. They're older than me. So, I don't really care. There's somebody who's younger than me who absolutely loves Grateful Dead. And I'm not into Grateful Dead. I'm more into Blind Melon. I don't know why, but Grateful Dead does not do anything for me. My boyfriend might like it, but I can't. Just like I can't really get into Leonard Skinner because, oh, Leonard Skinner. Like, I know that they're a good band. I know a couple of their songs, but I'm kind of ashamed to actually get into them eventually because of like the vocal minority being very, very racist people and using their songs as like a means to right wing ideology. And that kind of makes me not want to get into them because some of the fan base scares me. And that's pretty much a lot of the fan base if you don't look into it. And yeah, like, even my boyfriend and his family is like, it's okay. Like, I mean, my boyfriend is dating a black trans woman, and he's white. Like, I'm a black trans woman. So there's along the lines of all of that. With all that being said, it's like, and his most of his family's okay with it. His dad doesn't know, but again, he likes me to the point to where we talk about music back and forth. He's surprised about the music that I talk about that he doesn't know, or information about music from his generation that he doesn't know, which is shocking to him. Hence why he actually bought me a Led Zeppelin album. It's astounding. Like, I will eventually get him something like, I don't know. I probably would get him I'd probably get him a vinyl of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, like one of those. Are they prog? Are they prog? I'm not sure. Let me see something. Is Emerson, Lake and Palmer prog? Because I kind of want to get, okay, progressive rock and art rock. I'm good for it. I mean, again, I've been listening to the Mars Volta for like a few. Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? BML 3203. How are you? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing okay. Let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kiara Strings. I'm a trans woman, and this is the early stream where we just talk. We do just chatting streams for about 90 minutes. But I hope you're doing okay, realistically. hopefully. Unless you're a bot, in which case LGBTQIA is bad. Well, um, yeah, well, we had a good run. We absolutely had a good run. So, um, I mean, I'm gonna get trolls, but the trolls can absolutely come in, because yeah, this person, yeah, trolls, we're gonna get trolls, but eh, you know, we are absolutely gonna get trolls from people who usually don't know or just only have one follower and streamed 5 days ago for a minute. I mean, and like that's pretty much like the issue sometimes. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the issue. Why not just, instead of trolling, why not just make your own thing? Here's the thing. I used to be a troll. I honestly used to be a troll. Um, what was it? Back when I was a kid. I said the N word on a lot of YouTube channels. A lot. And guess what happened? I grew up. Um, Shoot, I really shouldn't have banned that person. That was a knee jerk reaction. I should not have banned that person, actually. Maybe I could have this person give an explanation. Hold on. You know what? I'm not gonna. I'm. Hold on. There, I'm remove the ban. But thank you for the follow. Now, please tell me why you think LGBTQIA is bad. I'm pretty sure you left at this point, but I'm gonna tell you something. I was a troll and then I grew up. I've learned it's better to actually make something, entertain people, and absolutely have a sense of community that I appreciate, and not trying to say stuff like LGBTQIA is bad. Like, and I'm glad that you highlight your message for that, but honestly, I mean, if you already left, that's totally fine. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I actually do regret actually banning that person, but yeah. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, before I go back to what I was saying before the follow, I genuinely was one of those people who did troll, and then I just stopped because I was not into. Yeah, I grew out. I grew out of it because, quite frankly, it just got boring. It just keeps getting more and more boring, and like I understand if you want to troll. I understand if you want to troll, but are you doing it out of envy? But I'm gonna get back to that. So I'm like prog rock and art rock. I'm into that. Mars Volta is both prog rock and art rock. Not to mention Radiohead is also art rock. So maybe I should get into Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I'll just look for something. You know what? I'll look for something. Yeah, I'll look for something. I don't know, something from their first album and their first single, Lucky Man. That's 3 minutes? Okay, Lucky Man. Okay, I want to hear this. Lucky Man by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I gotta hear this. I actually do want to hear this. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. I mean, I kind of like it so far. Um, yeah, I kind of like it so far. It's very folk rock, and I could hear the influences of certain things. Um, yeah, I can hear influences from like I can see where a lot of people were really into this group. Um, but yeah, Holy Mother of God, you know? Can I say Holy Mother of God? Um, yes, I can. Um, I absolutely can. But like, like yeah, that makes me want to make a group of some kind. I'm not sure what group, but still. Oops, sorry. What a lucky man he was. I don't know. Maybe I should just get a group to get. Because here's the thing I wanted to make a song dedicated to Eden Knight and anybody else who suffers the same thing as she did. I actually made a bass line and, no takers. I should have actually pushed harder, you know? Just something to remember, Um, God, like something to remember her by. I should have at least like got it out there a lot more than I did, you know? Cuz I don't know, I play bass. I made it. I made a bass line and I sent it to a few people but on Twitter in the DMs, but nothing. No takers. In fact, the person who said that she could play guitar, I her account was suspended. So I can't even do anything anymore. She like nothing. So, yeah, Jesus, I saw that coming too. DJ, welcome on in. Thank you for the 100 bits. You didn't have to, but thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you a shout out. How are you? And yeah, how are you? If you're not following DJ Alpha Omega, I almost said DJ AM for some reason, but if you're not following DJ Alpha Omega, which you should, or if you're watching me, you already are, getting comfy and cozy with Deathly, sending you some bits to start off the weekend with some extra good vibes. Well, I'm genuinely glad you're here, and hopefully you and Deathly are gonna get extremely comfy and cozy during the weekend because I absolutely enjoy not both your streams and your watch parties because like watching Vampires and the Princess Bride with all of y'all, it was just absolutely fantastic. Cause I never get to, yeah, um, I never get to hang around with people on Discord because usually I'm in my own head. But I'm absolutely glad that I got to, watch things with all of y'all. So thank you. And if you're not following DJ Alpha Omega on not only the channel but the Discord, please do because there are some killer watch parties. Um, but yeah, like holy mother of God, I forgot it's Friday today. The week absolutely went by kind of fast. I think. Yeah, it absolutely went fast, and I keep forgetting to like put this book back. But I'm glad to see you too, Deathly. I'm glad to see all of you, including the person behind the camera who's just giving me the finger right now. I love you too. Um, but I'm really glad that I like see everybody again. And I'm gonna give you a shout out too, Deathly. Even though I know you don't stream that often, I have to give you another 7 seconds. But because of the time limit with it, Vampires was a wild ride. It absolutely was. Um, a shame it dipped in the second act and it never recovered. Like the first like hold on, let me see. How do I put it? How do I put this? Um that John Carpenter's vampires dipping in the first act is pretty much like Supernatural's seventh season. There's a character Like it starts off okay. It starts off pretty good. And then the second episode when a certain character disappears, it just never picks up for like 15 episodes. 15 or 17 episodes. Like it just I know they were supposed to like do something, but it just kind of dropped the ball. And I'm sorry, like as much as the action in Vampires was great, there's just huge stretches of nothing. Like, yeah, the pacing was terrible, and it reminded me of Inglorious Bastards by Quentin Tarantino, where the first act was absolutely amazing, and the second act kind of dipped because it was just nothing but talking. Yes, complaining about something, a media that's nothing but talking. That's quite a stretch. Um, but at least Inglorious Bastards actually picked up a lot in the third act, while Vampires was just like that third act, even with its action, it was genuinely lackluster. Even with priest Brian Dunaway. And if nobody knows who Brian Dunaway is, hold on. He's a podcaster. Dunaway. He's a he's somebody. Here, I'll show you. You know what? I'll show you an image, and you can tell me. You can absolutely tell me. Um, I'm gonna show you a picture of him. Um, because I kept saying in the what's it called, the Discord server while you were playing it. And Vampires, yeah, it would have been more likable if James Woods would be played by Kurt Russell. But the problem is not even. Here's the thing. Yes, but they still would have played different kinds of jerkasses. It would have been like Kurt Russell, but he still would have been a jerk, and it's not written particularly well. Like I kept saying in the Discord server, the priest reminded me of somebody named Brian Dunaway, and this is who he reminded me of. This is Brian Dunaway, like the priest who was one of the two people who didn't get turned in the end. Like that's all I could see. Like all I can see is like when is he gonna end up with three other people in a podcast? Because like I'm just like if this person right here, if Brian Dunaway actually had a haircut, I mean, vamp. Hold on. John Carpenter. Please don't show me anything that's not safe for work. Priest. Like, look! Like, holy crap, look at this. Like, you can't tell me those don't look alike. Yeah, you cannot tell me that those absolutely do not look alike. Look at this. It's like they're related. But, yeah, like. And as I pointed out at some point, there are two other sequels to Vampires. One of them had John Bon Jovi in it. And it sucks. I think I watched that second one, actually. But yeah, like, it would have been more. I don't think it would have been more likable even if Kurt Russell was in the movie, because the movie wasn't well liked anyways, or as likable. Um, but John Carpenter. John Carpenter has the ability to kind of make movies featuring people who are not likable all that much in terms of main protagonists. Like everybody is like Kurt Russell was the hero in The Thing, and I'm like, was he? Because that movie was pretty much all about paranoia, and he pretty much was, as the movies went on, he got more and more paranoid to the point to where it's like he absolutely survived because he was the most paranoid. Mercadian, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Welcome to whatever this is. Hopefully you're doing okay. Welcome, and I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Um, yeah, we're just talking about vampire movies. Um, I mean, not completely vampire movie, not actual all the way vampire movies. We're just talking about epi, epi. Are you calling vampires epi or epi? I don't know how to say that. Epi. I'm thinking it's epi, but like, my goodness. Yeah, we're talking about vampires currently, and I'm epi. Okay, I don't know what that is. Let me. Should I just Google that? Epi. Sleepy. Okay, you're sleepy. Go to sleep. Absolutely go to sleep if you need to. You don't need to be here at what is 4:45 in the morning here in Canada. You don't need to. I mean, if you need to go to sleep, go to sleep. You know? I'm just doing this because my boyfriend made me promise to stream every day for the month of May. Because it's gonna be May. Yeah, 17 days, and I finally made that joke. It's 11 a.m. here. I apologize in advance. It's 11 a.m. over there. I'm guessing, like, the title below or above is gonna be quite amazing to you because for you, what's the late morning, and I call it the early stream because black trans goth girl talks, and I have a dentist appointment in an or. I a dentist appointment in an no keep I a dentist appointment in an or. That's totally fine. Dentist appointment in or like as opposed to like any other. No, I know what you meant. An hour. I know what you meant. I was just having fun, but I hope you absolutely have your teeth taken care of by a very good dentist. I know I did. I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, I hope your I hope that your dentist appointment goes quick, meaning that it's only going to be an hour. But yeah, I'm glad that you're here, and hopefully I can entertain you somehow. I'm not sure. But we did have a troll before anybody else here showed up, so she does. It's wisdom teeth removal time. I wish you the best in that. Honestly, I absolutely wish you the best. Um, I have not had my wisdom teeth removed. Um, as far as I know. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't know if I've had my wisdom teeth removed, but nonetheless, I wish you the very best, and hopefully you'll get lots of ice cream. Do people still eat ice cream after they get their wisdom tooth removed? I'm not sure. But I have blood work to do because my dentist doesn't need blood, but she will get blood whenever she cleans my teeth. I've had two taken out, I need the other two out. Oh god. I forgot that there's more than two wisdom teeth. I wish it had been done sooner. That's totally fine. Like, better later than never, especially when wisdom teeth actually hurt you sometimes in the long run, you know? That's totally fine. You know, it's totally fine because I know people who are older than me who have never had their wisdom teeth removed at all, and they seem okay with it. I was told by a dentist the last one goes on the 31st. Wish you the best, honestly. Like, absolutely wish you the best. I remember when my dentist straight up told me you need to have a wisdom teeth removed, and this was back in 2012. And then I told my mom, like, this is way before I started working, and she's like, "Why do you need a wisdom teeth removed?" Because I'm like, "Because the dentist said," and I'm like, and she's like, "No, you don't. We should call them fool's teeth. Not gonna lie." Well, it doesn't matter because eventually our teeth are gonna fall out anyways. That didn't get real, but it's true. Should not have said that out loud, but there you go. It happened. I said it out loud. Now I'm going to go to jail. Um, but yeah, the only things that happened to my teeth were some cavities, some cleaning, and I had braces for 2 years. God, I remember when I thought it was gonna be so embarrassing having braces when I was a kid. God, I thought it was so embarrassing. Like I remember in the fourth grade, I was told by my dentist or somebody or my parents that I was going to have dent braces. And honestly, like I thought that was going to be my end of my social life, despite the fact that I didn't have a social life. And I thought this I'm not going to be the most popular person in school, and I never was. I never, even before I had braces, I never was. And, it turned out that I didn't get braces until high school, and that was pretty much like the perfect time. Because in high school, eventually when I went to high school, it didn't matter if I had braces or not, because I ended up being more comfortable in my own skin, being a theater kid. And it helps that a lot of other high schoolers ended up with braces. And considering that I only had braces for like 2 years, and like, my goodness. Like, and like the best part about getting braces was that I got to choose my own colors. Yeah, I got to choose my own colors and what color my braces were gonna be. First time and only time I ever had it was I had the color red because red is my favorite color, and it looked pink. It was not a good look, and I had to keep that look for about 2 months. I think it was 2 months, and then I actually had to get my braces retightened, and the rest of the time I had braces, they were black. Oh God. And yeah, it was pretty fascinating at that point. Um, but like pretty much. But yeah, for anyone who wants to get their wisdom teeth, do it when you want to. It's never too late until you feel the pain. But it is never too late. Sometimes I'm not sure. Like back when I was living in my old house, the dentist was like a bus ride away, and now it's probably, I don't know, probably like a couple of buses away. I think it was a couple. It's a couple of buses away now. I think. I don't know. I genuinely do not know. I think it's two buses instead of one. The bus schedules here, since it's a smaller town. This is a smaller town, so the bus scheduling here is a little bit more limited, which sort of annoys me. But what can you do? All you can do is complain, which I will. Because when I complained about the bus schedule at my last job, they listened. And apparently, according to my boyfriend, the only reason the bus schedule is as is right now is because of COVID. So it was only like limited. So it's like, why hasn't anyone complained about the fact that, the bus schedules should, like, some people absolutely work later. Yeah, some people absolutely work later, so why not just go ahead and make a later bus schedule? Some people can't really carpool, you know? Um, but that's just me. I should not be ranting on a stream that's just chatting. And I should probably stop playing with this. I can't stop. It's like, yeah, this D20 is pretty much my fidget spinner, and I blame my boyfriend for just exposing it to me. Oh, I blame my boyfriend for so many things. Like, here's the thing, sometimes I need to be alone and watch something on my own, you know? And yeah, sometimes I just need to watch something on my own. And sometimes I say, no, I don't want to watch anything right now. And I know my boyfriend is disappointed in that, but, sometimes I just need to be alone. Um, Despite the fact that, sometimes we don't get to spend much time together, I really need to, like, at heart, I'm an ambivert. Oh, God. Don't forget to hydrate. Okay. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Okay, this vampire blood should ought to do it. Okay. As Nova Nebula would say, hydrate or die straight. So everybody should hydrate or you'll die straight. And I'm pretty sure nobody who comes in here is straight, as far as I know. I don't think anybody here is like. Is anybody here? You know what? You don't even have to answer. Like, yeah, you don't even have to answer. Like, I'm not even like. Of course I'm trans, and of course I'm bisexual. Although, to be perfectly honest, I don't really keep much care in terms of like taking care of my flags. You can see how wrinkled this is, right? And I'm sitting on it along with the trans flag. Yeah, so nobody here, as far as I know, is straight. I have very few straight friends. Why do I keep playing with this? I'm as straight as a wet spaghetti. Oh, so you're very, very I need new lip. Spaghetti. I gotta throw this away. I'm gonna have to throw this away. Hold on. I'm gonna see if there's any black nail polish in the room. Give me a moment. You know what? Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Nope. Nothing. All I have is pink. All I have is pink nail polish. Or is it red? I'm not sure. Might as well. I don't know. I'll probably get some black nail polish later. No, I'm gonna get black nail polish later. What am I doing? Maybe I can just put it on my toes. No one's gonna notice that. No one's gonna notice that my toes are this color. No one's gonna know. Absolutely no one's gonna know. Neither straight nor cis. Yeah, I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't know anybody who is. I don't. I only. Let me see. I don't have anybody. I don't know anybody who is on the LGBTQIA spectrum. I mean, who is not on the LGBTQIA spectrum. So, like, there's kind of like that. I'd get up for this, but I'm not wearing any pants. I mean, I could easily, like, put the. Hold on a minute. There you go. Yeah, there we go. That's good enough. Um. Yeah, I don't. Like, ever since I got this desk, I don't wear pants. Oh, right, I forgot. Um. So, what is everybody doing this weekend? Um. Yeah, hope. Like, what is everybody doing this weekend? Are you playing video games? Are you gonna watch a movie? I have to get blood work done because the doctor who prescribes my estrogen told me I have to get blood work done. Um, but yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do this weekend. Probably some video games. I've been playing a lot of Hades. Like I've been playing Hades for a long time. Someone getting someone into D&D. Oh, cool. Their first time. Actually, is it their first time? Like, so their first time getting to D&D because, um, like, I'm gonna be honest. When I was in the closet as a nerd, because you can be a closet nerd. Um, yeah, you can be an absolute closet nerd. I thought like nerds were just like ew, Star Wars, Dungeons and Dragons, ew. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna read my Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings books. Good day to you. And also, I did my homework a lot, so even back then, I was like transparent in my nerddom. Then I went to high school and I'm like, I don't give a crap. I'm a theater kid. That's pretty much like the ultimate of being a nerd, kind of, sort of. But I really hope that you get your whoever it is into D&D because I only played one session of Dungeons and Dragons. No, one campaign of Dungeons and Dragons, but we never finished. Like it was me, my boyfriend, and some of his friends, but yeah, we've never finished that Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Yes, we're making a PC and do a small one-on-one set before the actual one shot. Oh, nice. Oh, absolutely nice. Like here's the thing. I'm not a D&D player. I'm not really interested in it, but I am kind of like I do wish the best for anybody who is in D&D because um yeah, my boyfriend is into D&D. Like honestly, if you want to tell my boyfriend, "Hey, you want to be in a D&D session?" I mean, he's currently busy because he is the DM of a D&D session with my bestie and a couple of his besties. Yeah. Yeah, like you can absolutely going I'm doing this right. Okay, so this is your first campaign, I'm guessing, or your first major campaign. Cuz I cannot think of somebody deep like cuz here's the thing. A long time ago I used to play Dark Heresy with a couple of my friends. And those were pretty much like the pinnacle of tabletop games for me. And we were supposed to play Dungeons and Dragons because my bestie bought my other friend a Dungeons and Dragons starter kit so he can actually get a campaign, but it never happened and I was kind of disappointed. Like I was absolutely disappointed that we never got to play Dungeons and Dragons. But playing Dark Heresy was just as good. But yeah, nah, not my first rodeo. Oh, okay, excellent. So how long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons? Um, and how long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons? And how many campaigns have you had with your? How many campaigns? Um, yeah, how many campaigns did you uh did you DM for? Like if my boyfriend was awake, he'd probably be off camera talking about what his thing was, you know? Um like because he has like a lot to say about it. Um yeah, like again, I've only done one campaign. I've never actually went ahead and done a DM. I never DM'd the game because again, one campaign I cannot DM because I do not envy anybody who is DMing a session because that takes a long time and I've seen my boyfriend spend a lot of time figuring out one shots and the continuing campaign. Like I've seen him on his computer just like looking at certain things, like how certain people goes, and he every time he does tell me pretty much every time what he's gonna do because he knows I'm not gonna tell anybody else. There my DMing is work for it absolutely is. Like again, I'm like, how do you have all that expansion like all those characters with different voices and all of that. That is just incredible. And not to mention, like, that's why I'm so blown away by what's it called? Like, I'm so blown away by my boyfriend and my bestie actually doing DMs, because that is a lot of work, and it's like they have to be on top of every single thing. And both of them absolutely play different characters, and I'm like, and even though I personally don't want to, even my boyfriend is like, Kiara, you are into theater. You are a theater kid. You should actually have this down. You should absolutely love it. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not for me. I like Dungeons and Dragons enough, but not enough to participate. You know, I the only Dungeons and Dragons thing I actually listen to or actually have a couple of books of is Adventure Zone. Yeah, I think I got Adventure Zone. It was like an accident how I stumbled upon it. I don't. It was, yeah, it was pretty much an accident. I don't know exactly how I got, but it was on YouTube. I saw a few videos about Taco and Kravitz, and then I just got into it. I don't listen to it, but I got a few comics about it. Do you want to join the one shot? I'm totally fine. Thank you, merchant. Thank you. I'm flattered. I'm totally fine. I mean, the last time I played was about 4 years ago, but me, I'm personally totally fine, because I'm doing my own thing in terms of video games. Like, I'm playing Fallout 76. I'm also about to play Baldur's Gate 3 soon. I don't know when, but like, thank you for the invite. It's not my thing right now. Maybe eventually, but not right now. But again, thank you. Um, but like, yeah, like, it absolutely is fascinating to um it's absolutely fascinating to see different people playing different characters. Although my bestie is playing a character in Dungeons and Dragons, and even my boyfriend is like, so your friend doesn't know how to play a paladin or whatever. Anytime, I will. I absolutely will. And but if you want to, you can ask my boyfriend if he wants to join a one shot in early June. Um, like, if you go on, I don't know if you have Twitter, but if you do have Twitter, his name is like in my bio. You can just hit him up there, or I can just ask him later. You know what? He's probably busy. I honestly don't know if he would be up for a one shot because he's busy with his own campaign. Um, but yeah, I'll hit you up if I ever get to. Um, but thank you for the extended invite. Um, but like, yeah, I used to think that Dungeons and Dragons was like the nerdiest thing you can do. Like, I remember when I was up with my platonic life partner, and they were at the mall, and I was like to them, "Hey, like, Dungeons and Dragons probably like the most nerdiest thing you can do," and even they're like, "Really? Dungeons and Dragons is the nerdiest thing you can do?" This is coming from the same person who used to, when he lived a bus ride away from me, they had they had the room in the basement. Um, yeah, at one point they were in a bedroom, but they ended up in the basement. You know, and I'm like, oh, and they had like, and we used to do what's it called? We used to do dark heresy sessions in the basement. So that's pretty much like kind of nerd. That's a lot nerdier than I thought, you know. And now I'm a what's it called? I'm an ambivert nerd where I can have like introvert and extrovert things about me. Like, yes, I absolutely talk a lot on stream, but I talk very little off camera, because I absolutely like being present in front of people. But when it comes to people outside of Twitch or whatever, I'm just like, I don't know. Like I've even been told that I'm very quiet. Like I was like at a meeting somewhere, and they actually talked to me face to face, and I was just like telling them about myself, and I just like nodded a few times, and this woman is like, "You're awfully quiet," and I'm like, "I don't have anything to say," which. Yeah, it pretty much is like it is. I don't know what to say. Even at my last job, some people actually are like, "Why are you so quiet?" I'm like, "Cause I'm in my head a lot," you know. Like I'm genuinely in my head so much that I don't know what to say until I press start streaming. You know? Like at my first job, I didn't talk to anyone, and I had the running gag or the running joke. I had the running joke that I talk more in one stream than I do at work in an entire year. Like at my first job that I worked for a few years, I would only say what in like 2 months I would only say about 30 words, 30, yeah, 30, like enough to fill 2 pages back and front. And I could like honestly on whenever I stream, it's pretty much like a small, not as much as this, but at least a good 15 pages. Hola, I can't hear anything, but I got the volume on lurk level. I hope you're doing all right. Stars Eat Planet, how are you? Um, you can't hear anything? Really? How are you? By the way, I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, how are you? It's been a hot while. How are you? Let me give you a shout out. Let me give you a shout out. If you're not following Stars, give Stars a follow. Um, oh, okay. I'm gonna shout you out, but give Stars a follow. They're good people. But how are you? I didn't know that you were following me. If I'm gonna be honest, you know. Um, yeah, I didn't know. I did not know that you were following me. I was just off of Twitch for quite a while. Anytime, but let me introduce myself because this is your first time as a chatter. I'm Kiara Strings. I'm a trans woman, and this is the early stream where we talk. That's it. There's no gaming, no music. We just talk, and that's it. We just talk for about 90 minutes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't even know what to talk about sometimes. And I really need to stop playing with this D20 because this is pretty much my new fidget spinner. But yeah, but I'm glad that you're doing okay or well. You turn it up a tiny bit and now you hear my voice, and if I were you, I'd turn it back down. Self-deprecation because I know nothing else. D20, this is my boyfriend's. Like when we started packing, like honestly when we started packing or unpacking, I saw this and I'm like, "Can I keep it?" And he's like, "Sure, go ahead." And whenever I'm streaming or I'm with my therapist, I usually have this, and I can't stop playing with it. Hell nah. Some of you are saying nah, and everybody's like, I'm gonna turn this a little down because she is absolutely making my pet's ears go off. I like self-deprecation. You can't make me not do it. I Self-deprecation is sadly the only thing I have, and I'm not even good at it. I don't know. If I was fine, I wouldn't feel this dysphoria or semi depression. Yeah. Only reason I'm doing these streams is because, like, I love streaming, but there was like 6 months where I did not stream because of dysphoria and depression, and my boyfriend made me promise to stream every single day for the month of May. And I'm gonna be honest, it helps, but at the same time it hurts because there's a reason why on my OBS I disable my previews so I wouldn't have to see my face. Don't turn it up. It's gonna You want me to yell at the microphone? I can absolutely yell in the microphone. I can. The needs to hug you. I don't need hugs. I can hug myself. It that sounded a lot sadder than I thought. Yeah, that absolutely sounded sadder. But nonetheless, I have a boyfriend who's hugging me. Currently, he's sleeping, but still, I can hug it. I can hug myself. Um, but yeah, like I've said plenty of times, I've had dysphoria for almost a year. I've been on estrogen for about 3 years, over 3 years at this point. 3 years and 3 years and almost a month, 3 years and a month. And even though I see the changes, I still get dysphoric. You know. Yes, I know friend hugs are healing, and I appreciate all the hugs. Unfortunately, like even though I've been told that I've been changing to the point to where even my dad said that even though I've been hiding these like the girls, um like my breasts have been absolutely growing and I've been hiding them. My dad is like, I've seen the changes in your body, even though he doesn't know I'm trans. Even though he's like, even though I'm like, wait a minute, does he know I'm trans? Here's the thing, he like it was near the tail end where my boyfriend and I introduced my boyfriend to my mom and dad, and we were talking about moving into together, and he even mentioned, he was like, okay, yeah, I know the changes that are going on in your body. Like, yeah, I see the changes, even though you don't think I do. And I'm like, well, my boyfriend, when we were going out to dinner, me and my boyfriend is like, oh crumbs, he knows. Oh my god, he knows. Honestly, don't know where I found you, but I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I mean, don't apologize. I should be the one apologizing. It's totally fine. But I've had dysphoria for almost a year. I like I sometimes I'm not happy with myself. Like I could put on makeup, I could put on nail polish, I can dress in the most feminine clothing. I could wear my eyeshadow, my lipstick. This is amazing lipstick. Like it's dark lipstick, it's not black. I could wear my eyeshadow, I can wear my hair all the way down, and yet I still feel dysphoric despite the fact that this is my gender and this is my dysphoria hoodie. It's been washed so many times that the zipper broke, and there used to be crescent moons here. There is, but it's been so washed out that you can't see it anymore. So yeah, so my boyfriend told me to go see a therapist. Dysphoria is a huge bitch and I want to kick it in the knees. I personally want the same thing. I want dysphoria to get out of my body as a personification, and I want to punch it in the face, kick it in the crotch, shoot it in the kneecaps, scoop out the eyelids, and throw it and set it on fire. Unfortunately, the dysphoria will come back smaller, and then very, very soon it'll become the same thing again. And it's exhausting, you know? And that's why I don't go on, haven't gone on Twitch for like weeks at a time. Like I didn't stream for 6 months because I genuinely did not like myself. Every time I looked in the mirror, I didn't like what I see. Even if I lost weight. I lost weight at my last job. I was my ideal weight and I still felt miserable, you know? I still felt miserable, and yeah, the lamp's okay. Yeah, the lamp is absolutely fine. It's more of a aesthetic. So I have this lamp at my old house with new furniture. I don't know where it came from, but it pretty much ties the room together. At least at my old room it did, because it would be right behind me. It would actually be right behind me. And like it would be like absolutely dark if I turned it off behind me. So this actually did pull the room together. But thank you. Eventually I will get another lamp. Oh, by the way, it's not a blue lamp. It's not a blue lamp. Um, yeah, it's not a blue lamp. It's the it's just like a light bulb that changes color thanks to this, but it's not a blue lamp. It is pretty nice, to the point to where it can even do this, or it could change color every single time. I used to do this often on stream, but it would be a lot easier if I just like, you know, I'd rather just stick to one color. And for now, it's blue. Oh, she is right. It is fun, but I don't turn it on. Like, honestly, over the last 2 years that I was living at my old house, I took out the light bulbs in my room because I only use this lamp. Even though it could be like this, it will end up being like this, and I could put it brighter to brighten up the room as so. I could absolutely brighten up the room if I wanted to, or I could use the ring light. But overall, it's kind of aesthetic, and eventually I will get another lamp, like a more one that fits my aesthetic. MTG. I don't know what that is, but I missed a couple. Like, I want to gain weight, but I get it. Um yeah, like, I get it, but like, honestly, I like, even though I would like, the problem with me is that I my aesthetic pretty much goth, like mostly goth, like, I can't stand up because I am not wearing anything under here. Like, no pants, just, I'm wearing something but no pants. Like, something black. Like, I wear black all the time, as you can see. Everything I wear is black, and I have tattoos. You're a bit tipsy? Hey, if you're a bit tipsy, that's perfect. That means you don't have to remember any of the stream at all later. Um, but yeah, this is pretty much how I am. Like, the tattoos everywhere, like the tattoos, um, and like, my hair is tied back. But because of dysphoria, sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I genuinely do not. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't show myself because, again, I do not like how I look, and sometimes whenever I'm on my front page, you need more what? You need more booze? If you need more booze, go get it, Because I honestly, I cannot watch any of my VODs sober. Like, I can't watch any of my VODs sober. I keep forgetting, you know? Like, and as you can see, I apparently have a set, I have a clear set. Tattoos? Oh, get some tattoos. I know a place where I can get more tattoos, but it's not like Toronto, Um, yeah, it's not like Toronto, Um, but yeah, I need more tattoos. None that I can show off, none that I can absolutely show off. Like, I remember at my last job, I would always wear long sleeves. So nobody knew I had a tattoo, and they only knew me as this quiet girl who reads books. And then somebody actually mentioned I should get a tattoo, and I'm like, oh, okay, I should get another one. And they look at me like, another one? And then I show off all my tattoos, and they're like, oh my god, I thought you were like the girl. I thought you were just this quiet bookworm, but what? When? You don't look like the type of person who would get a tattoo. And it's like, exactly. You're silly, you're fine. I'm not, but you are. My sister-in-law's a tattoo artist, and she lives like 3.5 hours away. She's so good too. I want another tattoo. I really, really do. Like, I want tattoos. Like, the last tattoo I had was a My Chemical Romance tattoo. I think. Was it a My Chemical Romance? I think it was the My Chemical Romance tattoo. Um, Hold on, I'll show you which tattoo it was. I think it was, no, it was this one. I don't know if you can absolutely see it. Hold on. It was this tattoo. Like, it was a picture of this. Like this. And then it turned out, I showed the tattoo to my boyfriend, and he's like, oh, by the way, hey, like in the Warhammer. And I'm like, oh, damn it. Um, yeah. I had to like put my previews on so I can actually look at it or so you can all see it. But yeah, in terms of a lot, I want more tattoos. I just don't know which ones to get. Because it kind of fits my. I want it to fit an aesthetic that I've been going for ever since I was gender fluid. Like ever since I was gender fluid, I wanted to have some sort of style that was cool, but it absolutely was me. Like I want to wear all black, have long hair, actually look like a girl, and have tattoos. Wait, did I say to have tattoos twice? I wanted to have tattoos, wear all black, look like a girl, and like, you know, look semi stylish. And yeah, um some days I wish I wouldn't have dysphoria because I have like been gendered correctly. I've been gendered correctly, but at the same time I'm like, did my boyfriend put you up to this? My boyfriend told me about told you about me. So I'm just slowly getting paranoid. Like I'd be upset if they don't gender me correctly a little bit. And then it's just like, oh, okay, so it's like, God damn it, you know? Like I go out with skirts and my hair is just like pretty much like down to my shoulders, you know? You look and sound like a girl to me. How come I can't notice it? I don't know who the after your boyfriend is, girl. My boyfriend is in the other room. My boyfriend is absolutely in the other room. And I here's the thing. I mean everybody in like other people around us. You know, I keep thinking that he's telling everybody or just like I don't look like you absolutely look like a girl. I've seen your streams. You absolutely look like a girl. Don't put yourself down. You absolutely look like a girl. I will not hear otherwise. You know? Yeah, again, I've seen your streams. I've been on your streams. You do look like a girl. Anybody who says otherwise should be shot, unshot, and then run over by a car. I was tempted to pick up that D20 right now. Anytime, like absolutely anytime, you know? Like honestly, a lot of us, I'm going to be honest, I also have gender envy. Like I'm pretty sure all of you, every trans woman has gender envy. Like you think like here's the thing. I know trans women who are younger than me who I'm envious of, and I know trans women who are older than me who I'm envious of. And I'm like, how can I, how do you, you know, like I look at my sisters, my cis sisters, my sisters who were born women were like awesome. They looked awesome. They looked stylish. I can't say. I absolutely cannot say. I absolutely cannot say. Just know that I'm older than you think, but I'm also younger than you think. And if you look around and see the clues, you'll know. You'll absolutely know. I've put in enough clues to tell for anybody to know. You know? Like look at the things I have. By the way, these things are older than me, including the lamp. The lamp is older than me, everything. Even my album collection is from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Nobody knows because I don't tell anybody. Because that would mean I have to tell everybody when my birthday is. And I don't want anybody to know about my birthday at all. And I've lied to plenty of people on this platform about when my birthday is. On one of my Facebook profiles, I said my birthday was July, July of 18 or 1980. No, wait, 1899. You know? 90s girl. Hell yeah. I've lied about my birthday date and said it was like I was born 1899. Hi, Bloop Me. How are you? I hope you're okay. Welcome on into whatever this is. Hopefully you're doing okay. I hope you're doing okay. It's been a while. But yeah, I'm not silly. I'm just Kiara. But yeah, there's a reason why I can't. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna be serious. Because of my gender envy, I had not only stopped streaming for several months at a time, but I also stopped talking to everybody. Like, I have unfollowed so many people who have given me gender envy on Twitter, on Twitch. Okay, I guess that's it. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I crap on. I really don't like TikTok. I've unfollowed people on their Discord servers because they've given me gender envy, and I'm like, I can't do this. And so I unfollowed so many people. It genuinely just hurts. Facebook sucks. I want like my again the only reason I'm streaming today and for the last few days and for the rest of the month is because my boyfriend told me and made me promise to stream every day. And even though I absolutely love it, sometimes I just have to end after 90 minutes because I would rather just go in my room and cry. Sometimes I would rather just not, like between when I started streaming again and from the last stream I did at my old house, all I could do was just wake up at like the usual time I would stream and I would just cry because I genuinely just feel like so much hurt because I would compare myself to other trans women, other cis women, and I would go on Twitter and I'm just like I would just like throw my my streaming setup out of the window. And there were several times when hydrate, absolutely hydrate. And thank you. Um Excuse me, sorry. Hold on. Sorry, that water went down a little bit. What was I talking about? Hold on. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? What the hell was I talking about? I just lost my train of thought. Instant. Okay, so I was on. I would go on Twitter and punish myself because I see all these amazing trans women be amazing and look amazing, and I just feel like garbage. And like, I even unfollow people who I considered. Oh, streaming, right? Oh, streaming. Okay. So I didn't want to like. I would actually cry because I didn't like myself. Even though I'm a woman, I didn't like myself because I would compare myself to other women on Twitter and Twitch, and it just pretty much hurt. You would think I would be over this because high school was so long ago, or it felt like so long ago. I'm not completely sure. Like, time moves very strange sometimes, but honestly, it just kind of hurt, you know? Like, to me, it just genuinely hurt. And all I could feel is pain. Um, like let me see. At my last job, yes, I lost a lot of weight and I looked fine. The problem was that I would be on the bus reading and I see amazing people wear crop tops and I felt like garbage because I'm like, I didn't think I'd be looking good. I would ever look good in the crop top, Because it's like, yeah, I lost weight, but I still don't think I look good in the crop top like everybody else, you know? It was draining. It was absolutely draining. And yes, Facebook is a nightmare. I I will DM you if you're available, Stars Eats Planets. And yeah, I gotta keep busy, Bloop Me. Like, keep myself busy, but sometimes it just, like, my depression, my dysphoria leads to depression. And that actually leads to things not being done properly. Like, it absolutely stopped me from streaming. I couldn't play a game. I could barely read a book. I could barely go out because nothing mattered to me because I was so dysphoric and depressed. Um, yeah, but like high school is never over. Humans are dramatic as F. I agree, and I'm a theater kid, or I was in high school, but yeah, it just genuinely like the dysphoria never stopped. You know, like sometimes I'm just like I okay, that was scary. But yeah, like the dysphoria keeps coming and going in like more waves. Like I am on estrogen and Spyro, and sometimes I don't feel like I have improved, or at least I don't change, even though it's clear life changed a lot. But I can't, like I want to tell my mom I'm trans. I absolutely do want to tell her I'm trans. My dad apparently knows, but then again, I do like. Then again, he did hear me from the basement because he did like when I did my streams, which is on the top floor of the house. He would be sleeping in the basement, and he could hear my streams through the vent. I'm guessing. So anytime, yeah. So he probably hear, I'm Kiara Strings. I'm a trans woman. So I was like, yeah, he probably okay. He figured it out, and then he added up. Okay, that's fair. But my mom is right there. Her room is right there. So I don't know. Like I did give her hints about me being trans, but she didn't get it. She thought I was gay, which she was half right, but still, you know? Still, you know? Um but like I do want to come out to my mom as trans. The problem is I don't feel like I'm ready in terms of like body dysphoria. Like I want to get over my dysphoria and then come out to her. I went kind of manic and came out to everyone on Facebook. I mean, as that's I I can relate. I've never done that, but I can see it. I could see me doing it, so it's relatable. And as long as you had what's the word I'm looking for? As long as you had support behind it. Um, but I casually came out as trans on Facebook, casually, and I had support, but I also had a lot of support on Twitter. Back before it became a Woodstock '99 absolute hellhole. But you know, my mom is awful about the trans thing. Sorry to hear, but I'm glad that you have a family that is family by choice rather than family by blood. I do have my wife, and yeah, that's fair, Stars. That's absolutely fair. Yeah, I don't like modern Twitter. I came out right before Twitter went bad. I did the same thing. Like I remember, I think it was 2020 or late 2019. I was with my boyfriend at his parents' house. We were in his room, and I was just like right beside him on the couch, and things just started to add up because he never saw me as a guy. He just saw me as he did use my dead name, but this is before I came out as trans. And then slowly but surely, I just started dressing more feminine, and then it just clicked, and I'm like, I just told him, so yeah, I think I'm trans, and my boyfriend is like, yeah, I figured, um, and he's like, I love you anyways, but yeah, um, yeah, like the first time he ever saw me, I had shorter hair, but I was wearing black lipstick. What's your Twitter? Um, at the Kiara. Hold on, I'll just like. Um, this is my Twitter at the Kiara Strings. But I don't really use Twitter all that often anymore because every time I go on Twitter, my dysphoria just eats at me. So um, if I don't follow you back immediately, you'll know why. Because I can't go on Twitter. Again, it is the main source of my dysphoria. Like, it's absolutely my dysphoria. But Playdom, I hope you're doing okay. I'm already following you. I see. Oh, okay, that's fair. Um, I apologize in advance. I am much calmer than I was before I realized I was trans, but but I'm saying that because anybody who follows me on Twitter will know that it's like my Twitter is not the greatest in terms of mental health, but there you go. Shows you what I know. I have to apologize. I am Canadian after all. We Canadians do nothing but apologize. It's our job. It's like our third job. Our regular job and complaining about Justin Trudeau. But like honestly, like fine, apology accepted. I don't know what to say to that. Nobody has ever said apology accepted. We never actually we genuinely never get past that. Oh god, I don't like Justin either. I joke, you know. I absolutely joke, you know. I don't hate him. I genuinely do not hate Justin Trudeau, but even when he does his best, people tend to like people tend to like hate him no matter what he does. Like I know like he can be criticized, but people just say that he's the worst thing ever. Like I remember when he accidentally praised a Nazi and everybody just hated Justin Trudeau because he's like he should apologize. He should apologize immediately. He should apologize for that. And then he did apologize like a couple of days later, which here's the thing. If you accidentally praise a Nazi, you are going to need a couple of days. You are going to need a couple of days to get a straight apology because it's it can throw you off too. And then after he apologized, legitimately, genuinely, people are still like, you should resign. And it's like, okay, yeah, exactly. It's not his fault. You know, I mean, he could actually send some of the blame. He could be semi blame, but still, like, some people actually are just like, so it's like, okay, some people actually are like, you should have apologized sooner. A lot of people said you should have apologized sooner, and I'm like, okay, here's the thing. He accidentally praised a Nazi in public. If he apologized immediately, people would have been like, why did you apologize so fast? Why did you apologize so fast? It's like, are you actually trying to be on the line? Did you know that he was a Nazi? And then resign. Like, honestly, like some people hate him so much that it's just like, no matter what he does, he genuinely cannot, like, he cannot catch a break. He's not the greatest, he's not the greatest guy, but good God, like, stop. Just genuinely stop. Even my boyfriend is like, some people just genuinely hate. Some people just want to hate just because. And then what's going to happen if they end up, like, voting for somebody and then they get voting for somebody that they want? And then they actually, like, straight up, the person who they want to vote in and end up getting voted in end up performing below expectations. What's going to happen? Are they going to be like, you know who was good? Justin Trudeau. God, I don't even know what happened. Okay, you take your shots, Stars Eats Planets. You absolutely do. And yeah, he has a lot of challenges to juggle. And I'm like, and people still bring up him in blackface, by the way, from us. By the way. Okay, that's fair. Australia or Austria? I'm not sure. Um, but certain people still bring up that he did blackface. I'm like, that was 20 years ago. That was 20 or 30 years ago, and you're bringing that up? Like, yeah, blackface is bad, but he apologized for it, and some people still bring up his blackface. And I'm like, Oh my god. Like, this is pretty much like old. Everybody knows blackface is wrong. He did it. He apologized. He sincerely apologized. It's not like he hid it. Exactly. People can change. And it wasn't great, but still people still bring up crap just because like they don't like you. You know, it's just like people like go on Twitter, Twitter of somebody who's absolutely nice, and they have to go many, 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 many tweets down to see them actually make a not so good tweet. And then they actually are like, this person isn't good because they made this tweet. And I'm like, this tweet was from 10 years ago. 10 years can change a lot of people. Like 10 years ago, I had facial hair. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't dress as a girl. Like 10 years ago, like, yeah, 10 years is pretty much like a wide opportunity for somebody to change. Like, you can go from a newborn baby to 10 years old actually having a basic understanding of the English language and actually be bored of school. And then from 10 to 20, you're pretty much from a kid to an adult just about to go to college or whatever. So it's like, why are you complain? It's like, why complain about something from 10 years ago when clearly that person has changed? Like, yeah, he's a goober. Okay, Australia. Okay, 7 years and every single cell in your body has been replaced. Yeah, pretty much. That's a lot of digging for a picture. I still chuckle at the meme, but it's in the meme, but it's not supposed to be taken seriously unless you point specific points out. And here's the thing: you say it's like a lot of digging for a picture, but it actually happened. Somebody actually was at a sports event or something, and they actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. Let me find it. No good deed goes unpunished. Like, there is something that actually is like that, and that's because of like asshole, like somebody who is a complete asshole, somebody else who was a complete asshole. um I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Like, okay, let me see where it was, because there was a reason as to why I brought that up. Okay, so there was somebody whose name was Carson King, who actually, at a baseball game in September of 2019, sketched out a simple plea: Bush Light supply needs replenished. And, like, he gained, and through, like, media coverage and all that, he ended up being overnight gaining over $1 million, and he made it into a fundraiser for a children's hospital. And then somebody in the news media actually believed, it's late for me, girl. Stars, go to sleep. Absolutely go to sleep. Sweetie, go to sleep. I don't know why I said sweetie. That's not appropriate. But please go to sleep if it's late for you. Thank you for coming by, and you take care of yourself. You absolutely. And thank you for coming by. I enjoyed our chats. I don't know why I ended up like mentioning Edna Mole, but thank you, and I hope to see you soon. And take care of yourself. You know, it's fine. I call my boyfriend Sweetie, or actually, I call him Love. We actually call each other Love. I should probably call him Sweetie. I call everybody else Love Lilies. Um, but take care of yourself, and hopefully, you're gonna be okay when you wake up. But Edna Mole is really based. I love her. Same here. Um, but like I said about a certain tweet, the person who actually raised the millions of dollars for a children's fundraiser, somebody in a place called the Des Moines Register looked at his Twitter and saw that it was like some off-color tweets from Tosh.0. And then Carson, the person who made all that money, actually was like, he went public with the tweets and apologized before the hit piece happened. And though, like, the company actually ended up, stars Stars, you didn't have to. You absolutely didn't have to, but thank you. You absolutely didn't have to. You did not have to. Like, this is not that type of stream, but thank you for the 43 bits. But thank you. Stream more, you're beautiful. I'll try, but I'm not. But thank you. But I can't take a compliment. Like, I'm trying to, but some days are better than others. But thank you. If you're not following Stars Eats Planets, go follow her. She's absolutely the bee's knees. I really need to stop. Should I don't want to say bee's knees anymore, but I don't want to say Riz. But yeah, thank you for the bits, and you take care of yourself. Absolutely take care of yourself, okay? That goes for all of you. Um, I can't say bee's knees up, honestly, you know? Because I wasn't born when that term was made, but you too. You have got to be risen me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Like, can we please stop making fun of Gen Alpha's humor? I'm genuinely tired. I'm genuinely tired of people making fun of Gen Alpha's humor. Every person absolutely has their own sense of humor, you know? I'm genuinely tired of millennials, and I'm genuinely tired of Gen Z's actually giving Gen Alpha crap. You know, I don't want that to, I it keeps happening, and I'm tired of it because again, they remember how it, like, past generations know how it felt for their sense of humor. My son is an alpha, and that's totally fine. Absolutely fine. Like, I'm just tired of people absolutely just egging Gen Alpha sense of humor when they barely have any right now. And that's not a diss against them. Their humor is starting up. They're barely kids. Why make fun of Gen Alpha's sense of humor when they're just barely kids? Like, every generation's sense of humor is kind of cringy at first. Like like right now it's all about skibbity toilets and like Riz. Like, I don't mind those. I genuinely don't mind those. But some people actually are like, yeah, it's literally a different kind of humor, and every generation is different. My boyfriend and I are around the same age, and you know what? We have different senses of humor. I like YouTube poops. He hates YouTube poops. He hates them. Like, it's hilarious how much he does not like them. I watch YouTube poops and I watch reactions of YouTube poops. You know? Like, every generation is different, you know? That's totally fine. Just because you don't get it doesn't mean you should shoot it down, you know? Like, yeah, see, I kind of like it. Skibbity Toilet is okay. Got bored of it after episode 71. And that's totally fine, you know? What about Singer Salad Fingers? Or, I don't know. Like, I'm slowly starting to, like, get myself, not involved, but looking forward to you to play at some point. Um, I'm not confident enough to play bass on stream. I'm absolutely not confident enough to play music on stream, if I'm going to be honest. But thank you, and good night to you. Salad fingers are as funny. Eventually, salad fingers. That is a joke that I guarantee you even millennials will find funny. I can't do it. I don't have the confidence to play music. I have no confidence to play music right now, or at least in front of people. I used to be able to do it, but I just can't right now. Like, Rocksmith is fun to stream. I don't have the setup. Like, here's my bass guitar. I name her Jocelyn. This is my bass guitar. This is the second bass guitar I ever have. Bought it all the way back in 2019. And this is the thing that I use to play bass with on stream. And yeah, this is the one I record with. I started in front of my own school. It's so pretty. It's okay. It's a Yamaha. The only reason it's so pretty is because of the stickers right here. Like the stickers make it look like I did try to make it like Billy Joe Armstrong's guitar with stickers everywhere, but there's a reason why he did it, and my mine just looks kind of like a kid actually put it on. And this is from 2 years ago. No, this is definitely from 2 years ago. Um, but thank you. I never played in front of the school. I never played in front of anyone until I started streaming. And even then, I would just look back at what I did and I'd be like, "Oh God, this is not great." You know? I genuinely like. Here's the thing. I have a recording set up, but I don't think I'm good enough to play on stream anymore, or at least right now, because um, because I would look back at my VODs and I'd be like, I can't. All I see are the flaws, you know. Like I see people like Helia play guitar. I see Grace the Night Tripper play. I see Ruby play. I see all these amazing, and also there are also trans women who actually play their instrument and they do beautifully. And then I just play my bass and all I can see are the flaws. Like all I can see are the flaws in my playing. And keep in mind, I make my own stuff. And one of the reasons why um I stopped playing music on stream is because for one thing, um I I don't want to blast it out loud so anybody can hear from other places. But like I have been playing bass for a while and I started to make my own music as my my thing is like I have made yeah, I've made several bass lines here. Like I've made several bass lines on my own, as you can see, and I've already made a lot more. Like like even right here. Like this is my red book filled with bass lines that I made. Some of them have not been finished. Some of them are half finished, and some of them are already finished. Some of them I have to probably redo because I never actually tuned the my bass guitar. Some of these actually were tuned to my first bass guitar, which I gave to my nephews. Um, but another reason why I kind of stopped is because somebody on another stream just straight up told me that I need to make music on a guitar, not a bass. Like, yeah, so it's like I've been making music on this, and yet somebody is like, no, you need a guitar. You need to actually make music on a guitar, not a bass guitar. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, I might as well just throw this away. But I never ever had bass is hard to do, to be honest. It absolutely is because yeah, like it's you don't notice it sometimes, but at the same time, it you miss something. And yes, it does carry the other tones. Bass is absolutely vibes. Hence why I actually do play it still. But like I yeah, sometimes I compare myself to other musicians, but you know, it just happens. You know, it just genuinely kind of happens. It's not as bad as when I compare myself to other trans women and I feel like garbage, but at least I can keep going with this. Um, and it sucks. Like, that's my thing. Like, even though a while, I've been playing for a while, and yeah, like, this is pretty much like my. What's it called? Even though this is pretty much my. What's the word I'm looking for? My outlet sometimes. You go sleep. You've said this plenty of times, and thank you for coming by. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon. But like honestly, even though I do like and I enjoy playing bass guitar because of certain instances, like that person on a stream, I played for like 20 years and 27 on drums. That is an absolutely nice story to tell. If I'm going to be honest, that is a good story to tell, and one day I'll tell my story. Um, okay, I've been playing since high school, and it's only until recently that I started making my own things. Um, but yeah, like I need another bass guitar. I have another one in there, and I actually want a bass guitar that I'll be greedy and say I want it to clash with my clothing. Like I want a white one. I want a good white bass guitar, and that's pretty much it. Like that's all I want. I tried to play the guitar, but I couldn't do it because there was too many strings. Um, but yeah, like I put an instant ton of music when I was younger. Honestly, same here. Like genuinely same here, because it helped. It like basically ignoring everything else. Same here. Like I would actually paste tabs that I wanted of bass guitar tabs of songs that I wanted to play. Then I would go home, put them on my computer, and I would play along with the song, and I would practice a lot longer than I thought. Like I got into the pocket. I would get into the pocket sometimes. And the first song I ever made on my own was just me trying to do an acoustic version of Road Trippin' by Red Hot Chili Peppers. And that was pretty much how it ended up starting. Like I wanted to like have an acoustic version, and yeah, that was my very first song. And then 8 hours goes by. I wish I could play for 8 hours. Actually, sometimes I could play until like midnight, and I'm like, where did the time go? But yeah, like I have made multiple things. Okay, you take care, planets. Hopefully, I can see you again soon. Take care, and I hope you are okay afterwards. Um, but yeah, like in terms of like you were up for 24 hours, go to sleep. If you were up for 24 hours, go to sleep. And you're tipsy, so please go to sleep. Absolutely go to sleep. Like yeah, you are like I know how it is to be tipsy, and not for a long period of time. No, no, like you I know you weren't tipsy for 24 hours. I wish I was. Music is when I was younger. Oh, you were playing for 24 hours on guitar. My god, I can't even do that. Even when I was younger. Music is an okay form of self-expression. It is it is a good form of self-expression. Like for example, when I was at my angriest and hated ContraPoints, also known as Natalie Wynn, like like for a while I just hated Natalie Wynn because she was a trans woman on YouTube, and she would not. Here's the thing: she would only have videos out for 1 day a month. She would barely post videos, and meanwhile I'm posting videos every like once a week, like clockwork, and nobody watched me. And then whenever she actually was like doing something, like she would actually put out a video, everybody watched her, and I got so angry at her. Like forget anybody else. I was like targeting her. So I made a song on bass guitar about how much I hated her, and it was inspired by Metallica, and it was a 10-minute bass line filled with anger, bitter hate. It was angry, and it was pretty much like one of the few times where I actually played fast. Like I don't really play fast all that often, but when I did at that point, I was genuinely angry. Like I was legitimately 100% filled with so much hatred for her, so much rage. And that was not the only thing I made because of my hatred for her. I ended up making about four other songs on bass because I despised her so much. Like it got to the point where everybody around me was just like, "Okay, you have to stop. Just breathe. Just stop." And anything that went wrong with my life, I just blamed it on Natalie Wynn, and and it clouded my judgment no matter what. I get angry at work. I get angry at home. I get angry every time I miss a note on my guitar. I get angry whenever I lose at a video game, and I would blame ContraPoints. Like, it was just so bitter. And then one day I just snapped, and it was just bad. Like, I just broke. Like, this was a bit after I came out as trans. Like, I just snapped. And I remember this moment. I was streaming Saints Row 4 one morning, and I was just playing along, and then my brain just stopped. It just stopped, and then I just put down the controller, rated out to someone, and then I turned off my TV, and then I went to bed. And before I went back to bed, I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to live anymore. And so the rest of the day went out as usual. I went to work, not wanting, it was repeating with myself, I didn't want to be on this earth anymore. And so I just said to myself, nothing I do matters. And so what ended up happening was I went to work, usual, but I just felt numb because I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. And usually I would talk to my boyfriend on Discord before work, but I just didn't want to talk to anyone. And I went home, I took a shower, I pulled out a knife from the kitchen, went into my room in the corner of my room, and I tried. Like, I did try. I wanted to do it so bad. And then I thought of my grandma. I don't know why. And then I just threw the knife away, and I just genuinely just started crying. And then I called my boyfriend, who was worried about me. And at that point, my boyfriend is like, okay, take a month off of, you have to tell them to take a month off of work because you can't really do this right now. You're completely messed up. Um, and so I had to go to work the next day to sign something because my health was like really really bad because I was angry all the time, and I didn't talk to anyone, and so I actually was forced to take a month off. And yeah, I was just in my room, and then a week or so after I um, tried to self delete, I get a phone call from someone who ended up being my doctor, who told me about okay, so um, she was the same person. Her name is Stephanie Hudson, and she was the doctor who helped me transition. Um, she's not in the practice anymore, somebody else is, but yeah, she absolutely helped me in terms of like trying to get better or transitioning. I met her, then I got my estrogen, and it's been 3 years and a month since I started HRT. Um, and it has its ups and downs, but I'm glad that I have it right now. I'm glad that I'm on estrogen right now, and I'm glad that I can absolutely move forward with myself. And then a few months went into, and then when I started taking estrogen, my mind started to clear. And then what ended up happening was I realized, I looked back and I saw this huge forest fire behind me because of all the anger and despair and hatred I had been going for about 6 or 7 years. I've been going for it for 6 and 7 years, just nothing but despised hatred and anger from me. And then I ended up having to apologize to everybody, including Natalie Wynn. Um, I, I, um, I apologized to her a few months ago, I think last year, in a comment section where she talked about envy. appropriate, but like it was like I ended up writing a 3 paragraph apology, and it hurt. Like and even though I did apologize, I absolutely know that she will never see it. She is never going to see that apology because there's so many other comments in her other videos. And the most bittersweet thing is, yes, I do feel a lot better after the apology, but I can never see her face. I can't look at her face without remembering all the stuff I said about her, all the things I created out of hatred because of her. All I can think about whenever I see her face is the crap I did and how much I regret it. And so, yeah, so even though some people actually suggest ContraPoints, I tell them I can't because I can't listen to her, I can't see her face because all I can think about is all the times I talk shit about her. And it was a lot. And I'm still not over it, even though it's been about 3 years since I started HRT. And I still can't look or hear her. Sorry about that. That should not have went on as much as it did, but can't wait until I get to play gigs and go full femme. I can't wait for you either. I can't wait. Which I did. Okay, I did actually watch that video you sent me. I actually played the panic video before on the intro. Congrats, you're 1 year, 11 months now. Congrats, you're almost 2 years. Have you ever tried painting? No. Um, I can't paint. I can't paint. I can only do music. I can play video games. I can listen to music that's angry to me, but I cannot paint. My boyfriend can paint Warhammer miniatures, but I can't paint in general. I can't even draw. It's better spending time on self improvement. I've tried, but there's a reason why I didn't actually stream because I can't because I keep comparing myself to other women or other trans women, especially on Twitch, Twitter, and even in real life on the bus, where I'm like, everybody is just so. Everybody looks so amazing, and I look like garbage, despite the fact that I am wearing something that is absolutely gender affirming. There is always a start to anything. Yeah, I mean, I have tried. Here's the thing I have tried. I have tried drawing, but it's not for me. I've tried painting, but it's absolutely not for me. Hence why making music is absolutely for me, even though I haven't really made any music on my own. Because I should mention that it depends on my mood. Like, I have made things on bass that have, according to my therapist, the longer, the worse my dysphoria, the longer the song. And I have made songs lately that have been 4 to 7 minutes long. The last thing I made was like a month ago, and that was 6 minutes and 30 seconds long. So yeah, I'm still not completely okay. Like, the shorter the song, the better I feel, but or the better I feel, the shorter the song. But yeah, I genuinely don't know how to make things. I don't know how to make things without having without a creative breakdown, because that's pretty much it. I only have some sort of creative breakdown, and that's it. Um, but Playdom, I did watch the trans punk video or documentary that you sent me, and I am so glad that out of the horribleness, there is there is hope. You know, there is absolute hope about it. Like a community of trans people or queer people in general just coming together to for music. And I'm like, I wish I was a part of that. I never got to be a part of that. I really wish I could be a part of that. Yeah, it is inherently queer, and apparently it's the machine, according to some people. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself for how long the song is. It's the outlet that matters. I mean, I said that at first, but then the songs kept getting longer and longer, you know? And like, I wish I could be part of like some sort of queer thing, but honestly, even though I do like some punk, I kind of moved on from punk. Like, again, this is what I'm listening to now. I am listening to, I am absolutely listening to prog rock or art rock. So there's that. And like, if I was trans, I'd be more of a goth girl or more queer. Or even better, a goth girl who is queer. A trans goth girl who's queer. Am I? I'm kind of describing myself, except I'm a trans goth girl. A queer black trans goth girl. And yet I have an album that's my favorite album of all time, and I have an album that is the reason why I play bass guitar in the first place. Um, but like I when I saw that I saw in that documentary so many well articulated people, like so many, and I'm like, oh my god, like so many people making music and coming together in a time of uncertainty and like doubt, you know? I genuinely want to be a part of that. I want it to be, but I never get a chance to know where they are. I mean, it's Toronto. I mean, in Toronto, yeah, but still, it's like, um, like I never get to. I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of, a band that is inherently queer, and you know, I want to be a part of a band that is inherently queer and making really amazing music. Like, um, I've always wanted to be part of a musical experience ever since I was in high school. I mean, when I started playing bass guitar, I wanted to be part of a ska band because and Sublime, but still, nobody. Then I realized that nobody actually wants to play ska, so I ended up just playing punk or reggae or whatever. Lonely Parade are a band you should check out. Weird tribute Canadian queer band. Um, I think I've seen them before. Oh wow, I think I've seen them before. I'm not sure. What's stopping you? Join a band. I want to. I absolutely do want to. Um, the problem is that I don't know anyone outside of people. I don't know anyone outside of people. Hold on a minute.
Hello, we're the Lonely Parade, and you're watching Exclaim TV, and this song is called, I forget, sorry. Oh yeah, okay, I remember now. This song is called Girl.
Oh God, I love that part. Oh God, they're so good. And I don't doubt that you know a lot of obscure Canadian bands. I'm I'm like, oh my God, like I just put that song um on my favorites list on my YouTube channel, and I'm like, oh my God, like. And when you say what's stopping you join a band, I don't know anybody here who are musicians, you know, like except on Twitch. Like I know somebody who plays guitar. She's absolutely amazing. Um, like she plays a lot of hair metal, like '80s hair metal, and I play a lot of like '90s, not '90s, but a fair share of '90s grunge. Hence why Alice in Chains is like something that we both appreciate a lot. I just answered an ad on Facebook, but the thing about it is, I don't want to. Hold on, Lonely Parade. Like the problem is, I don't know if like I'm good at. I don't know if I'm good enough for it. You know, I don't know if I'm actually good enough um for any other band because like there's other musicians and you know like there are other musicians that are absolutely amazing and I could get overwhelmed. There's like a amazing guitarist, amazing lead singer, amazing keyboardist, amazing vocalist. Did I get all that? And amazing musicians, and I'm just playing bass and I don't know. So my self confidence has been shot despite the many, 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 many SoundCloud bass lines, but still, like I am, I'm not completely great. You know, I genuinely don't think I'm all that great. Like, I record stuff, but looking back, some of it is very, very quiet because I didn't know how to record. So, yeah, so I mean, I'm glad that you answered an ad on Facebook. I'm just not there yet. Like, my confidence in both streaming and playing music with other people kind of have been shot because, yeah, like, I'm just not there yet. Like, I don't know, you know? Like, everybody I know is like an intermediate. Like, I saw, like, Helia was playing guitar on stream and she was playing it. She played a video pre transition where she played guitar and she is amazing. And, you know, me on bass is just kind of basic. And I, to me, I don't have the confidence that I should. You know, I'm not the same person who would go on stage and just like be who I want to be or be another character. No, it's just like self confidence with comparing myself to other people, which I should not. I should not, but it just happens anyways. You know, like you and I have been through a few, but you know, um, God. I mean, here's the thing. I absolutely know that me starting out, like making my own song with inspired by the Red Hot Chili Peppers with that acoustic thing, um, yeah, past me would be a bit envious compared to me right now, who just makes semi complicated, not complicated, but more a little bit more complicated, not compositions but bass lines. Um, the only problem I have is that I followed a pattern. Like, I would actually make a full song, but every time the verse is a bit more complex and the chorus is very, very straightforward. Hold on, let me put this back. But yeah, for me, I'm just like, yeah, for me, I'm just not there yet. Yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm genuinely not there. But I gotta hear this song. Oh my god, that is. I could absolutely like hear that. Oh my god, that just reminds me of high school. Like that music just reminds me so much of high school. And it's really good. Like I kind of wish I got into that a little bit. Um I love the sonnet stuff. I can hear that. Um yeah, I can absolutely hear that. Um too like yeah, like yeah, I can get into that. Like yeah, I can absolutely get into that. Like the bass player, I was looking at the bass player the entire time. So the entire time I was just looking at the bass player and seeing what she was doing, and I'm like, I can't even do that with a pick. Like I can't even sing and play bass, let alone do that with a pick. She's really good. They're all really good. Yeah, they're all absolutely amazing. You know, like I really, really need to work on myself. Like all I can do is use my fingers depending on what I play. God. Yeah, they're like a really tight knit group and they absolutely sound wonderful. They absolutely do sound great. Um, why do I still have this? But yeah, they absolutely do sound great, you know? And it makes me want to play with other people. Play both but prefer pick. I've had the same couple of picks for a while. Um, this is the one I use. I have three of them. Actually, no, I lie. I have a trans pick. Hold on, I think I have it somewhere. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I bought these a few years ago in packs of 10. This is a trans bass guitar pick, and this is a bisexual one. I got them at Etsy. Yeah, I got these at Etsy. So it's like, they're not good picks. They look great, but they are absolutely not good picks. Like I tried strumming along, but sometimes they do slip out of my hands. Like sometimes I just do this, and I just can't do it. Well, like okay, I do have a better grip now, but back then I was just like, what is going on? Like I don't have a good grip of these, you know? But yeah, I prefer plucking. I cannot slap. I can't slap. I'm not flea. I really hope that people have to can get it into their hands. Just use a six oh god, like orange pick that I shaped myself in a jazz pick. I don't know. I don't know. I just get a pick and whatever makes me feel comfortable. Oh, those ones. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, I figured. Okay, that one. Okay, those. Okay. Um, but I don't need any. Like, if I wanted to get a pick, I just go to the store and get one. Um, but also these are my pedals. Oh god, they have a lot of dust on them. This is my distorter pedal, and this is my wah pedal. I barely use them. I don't know why. I barely use them. Um, because I don't know what's the point of them. I just got them just because. And I think the batteries are dead. I haven't touched these in a while, hence why there's so much dust on them, but whatever. I'll just put them. I don't want to put them there because why would I? Shoot. Screw it, I'll just put them there. I just bought pedals just to make my sound look cool, you know? Because I thought, the more pedals you have, the better your sound is. And I learned, well, only reason I say that is because I have, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, because I see other people play with pedals, and I thought, if I played with a pedal, then my sound would actually be a lot better. And as time went on, I realized that's not usually the case. I was like, oh, what did I do? You know? Um, I'm one of those people who just wants to do what I want to do best, like do what I do best, and just do and go for it. But yeah, it doesn't. The effects pedals did not help. Hence why all my bass lines are just like dry, kind of clean as my. Yeah, I clean. It's clean for me, but like seeing other people play bass and have that sound, it kind of was like, hey, I want to do the same thing. Hence why I distort my. Sometimes I use distortion, um, but sometimes I'm like, you know, like I absolutely, I always play with my bass clean. The problem is sometimes I compare myself to other bass players, like the bass player for this band. Like I hear the bass playing in Day of the Baphomets, and I'm like, oh god, this man is just amazing. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. His name is Juan Alderez. His name is Juan. Okay, hold on. You know what? I mean, it's right here. I don't even have to go online. I could just put it right here. Like it's right here. Juan Alderete. Juan Alderete. Um, yeah, Juan Alderete. He was pretty much the bass player for a lot of this band's. Like only bass player I love was a Boss Obt can come clean with bass but with grit. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. That's what I want. One with grit, but I want something that is very very clean. Like the sound is very very clean, even without using the pick. Because if I want something very very clear, I usually have to like use a pick. You know. Um, so that's pretty much kind of my issue. But yeah, like I've kind of drifted away from punk and went into like more prog, you know? Like I really want to just play some semi complicated music. But right now my bass lines are based off of inspired by grunge. It mixes clean and overdrive. Highly recommend. I am going to look into it. Hold on a minute. I am going to look into this. Hold on. Ah, okay. Oh, I've seen these before. Okay, I've seen these before. And they're 164. Oh my god. Oh, I keep forgetting how expensive pedals are. Oh god. Okay, eventually I will get it. I forgot how expensive. Um, eventually I'll get one. Eventually. Um, on Amazon they're $200. So I'll just add it to my wish list. Um, but yeah, like, um, Yeah, for me, I'm just genuinely, you know, um, only pedal actually uses a Peterson. Okay, I gotta Google that. You think as somebody who plays bass, she should know better, but I don't. Oh, okay, all right. Strobe tuner with pop less true by. Okay, that's fair. Um, oh yeah, the store nearby actually sells it for 199. Whew, my God, that is a lot. Holy crumbs, that is a lot. I mean, I could buy it online. No, wait, it's. Oh, crap. I don't even know anymore. But I'll look into a lot. Went through a highly autistic equipment phase. Hey, look, I'm going through a highly autistic album phase. Look at all this. Okay, that's not good, but in my drawers, I am. In my album collection, I have so much. I have about 100 albums here. Like, my God, I have a fair share amount of them. But like, hey, you do you. You absolutely do you. You know. Um, like, here's the thing. Autistic musicians go through several equipment phases. Let's just be real. Like, when I have enough money, I want to get enough bass guitars. I want to get a lot of bass guitars and a lot of like amps, you know? But I don't think I'm going to have enough room. So there's a good chance that if I ever, like, yeah, like I do absolutely want a place to put all my bass guitars. Probably along these walls, maybe. Maybe along these walls. Or maybe against this wall. But where am I going to put my to go clothes? Or I could just put it beside that chair. I don't know. But I just want enough bass guitars to, like, because I've seen so many people just be amazing at bass guitars, and sometimes I just look at bass guitarists on YouTube, and I'm like, God, how can I be like you? Like, you could probably play the things that I made. You can definitely play the things that I made, and I can't play the things that you made. Kind of satisfied nowadays. Don't need, yeah, exactly. You don't need options sometimes, but yeah, like I have a problem with comparing myself to other people, and I gotta stop. I'm trying to stop. I am trying to stop comparing myself to other people, whether it's comparing myself to trans women and not feeling great compared to them, or just comparing myself to bassists and not feeling great to them, or even worse, like trans women who are bassists and I feel even worse. Oh, I made myself sad. Anyways, we are 2 minutes away from rating outs because, quite frankly, I don't want another stream that will be twice as long as this one. Yesterday's stream was 5 hours long. And again, I do like that song you sent me, Playdom, and I do absolutely like the trans punk documentary that you sent me. Like, again, it just made me feel like I'm missing out in terms of the music scene. Haven't bass since transition. Do it, bass. It's like the Matrix. Like it makes more sense after you transition. But like, honestly, I genuinely want to play with other people, whether it's online, because I know people who want to make music. I know one person who wants to make music because we both like Alice in Chains, and we both have the deep, dirty playing skills from early '80s rock, and no, her from early '80s hair metal, and me from '90s grunge. So Alice in Chains' facelift is just like a combination of our loves of playing. Um, but yeah, like honestly, I absolutely want to play with other people. More rhythm guitar, I think I can more rhythm guitarists that can actually play like a bass player. That's fair. But yeah, we're gonna have to raid out. I will be back here tomorrow. I will be back here tomorrow because I have some things to do. Thank you, Stars Eats Planet, for the 43 bits. Thank you, DJ Alpha Omega, for the 100 bits. And there was somebody else who was following, but they ended up being a troll. So, everybody, thank you all for coming. I will be back here tomorrow because, well, whatever. But until tomorrow, I'm Kiara Strings. I'm a trans woman, and this is the early stream. Thank you and take care. Bleep bloop. Bleep bloop. Can't even do a red versus blue joke properly.